Okay. Let's see.
Okay, I got them on. Jeez.
Okay.
Oh, I still got to wake up, guys. Okay, welcome, you guys. Welcome in. It's been a while. How's everyone doing out there? We are doing just fine. It's been what? It's been 2 weeks.
Has it been? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yes. So Julie, welcome into like. Let me go back to what I was going to say. I know we're just going to jump right into this, but there's a few legalities we got to get out of the way real quick to protect ourselves. Welcome to Spiritual Show That Flows with Elevated by Claudine, and I'm Claudine and Julie with Love Royal Warriors, and we're here today to talk about how parasites cause mental illness, and so does mold. Mold and parasites cause mental illness, with the linkage is on there. And we're going to talk a little bit about enzymes, biofilm, and redox if we have time. Um, but I just want everyone to know that we are here for entertainment purposes only. But what we say, we take very serious. And it is for those of you who have the eyes to see it and the ears to hear it, and we are not medical doctors at all. We don't even work in the medical field at all. We don't know really much about the Western medicine field, but what we do know is what we've been through and what we experience. And I do own my own healing facility, and I work with people and I help them get off of pharmaceuticals and street drugs and alcohol onto plant-based medicine and detox their body. And I'm also, and part of that journey is detoxing parasites and mold, along with breaking your addictions. And we're going to talk about today's. It's uncomfortable. It's gross. It's not something that you're going to hear people just randomly talk about or even know about. So discretion advised for those of you guys who who don't want to hear about this. I'm sorry. You can
And
just,
if you're eating, just
yeah, and if you're eating, I'm sorry, but I got to get this out there. And like I said, it's for the ones who have ears to hear it. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and start the show.
well, and reminding them that if you don't want to listen to it now, listen to it later when it's a little more appropriate for you to listen to. Okay.
Indeed, indeed, yes. Um, so it looks like we got people coming on, coming
We
in.
have a
So,
few.
how was your trip, Julie? Let's talk about what you had going on the last 2 weeks.
Well, last week it was kind of recovery from the week before. The week before was the International Spirituality Federation conference in Spiritualist conference in Baltimore. Baltimore is a beautiful city. We flew in. Yes, could see the trees coming in. Beautiful landscape. I've flown into Baltimore one other time. Um, Actually, in 2001. It's been a while. Wow, 24 years. Um, However, driving to Loyola University, that's where the conference was held, we drove by Camden Field. We drove by, that is where the Orioles play. And they had a game going, and baseball, for anybody who doesn't know what that is. And they had just scored, so fireworks went up as we were driving towards the stadium. So we got to see all that. It's always nice to see things, mundane things that are fun and festive. And we passed the Ravens Stadium, that's football, and then arrived at this beautiful, beautiful landscape university. It was just, the campus is beautiful. They do have Notre Dame campus next to it as well. So these are like smaller Catholic universities that are there in Baltimore, north of Baltimore. So it was a nice place. But I learned about soul reading and about shamanic journeying. Lots of things that I learned. Now I'm working on getting that feeling back again, getting the vibrations raised again. So a lot of work to do over the next year. And I had a huge birthday on Sunday, and I celebrated, and I'll tell you how old I am. I have no problem with that. My 66th birthday on Route 66 in Winslow, Arizona. Yes, I stood on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. For those of you who don't know, check out the Eagles song "Take It Easy," written by Glenn Fry.
It's a great song.
It is.
It is.
It's fun. So,
Well, how fun. That
It-
is so fun.
so much to learn. There's so many things in my head I can't even decipher them. I have a lot of writing to do.
Yes, yes. When you go to those kind of events, you get a lot of downloads and a lot of perspectives. And oh, nice.
And they gave us a journal to
Of
write
course.
everything in.
Yeah,
so
because they
it's
knew they were
beautiful.
going to give you a lot of information.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. I used to go to those spiritual conferences too. And they
Oh.
were, yeah, I've gone to a couple. And they were very eye opening and mind opening.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm glad you found one that you like. And
And the people were great too.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's just a really loving place to be. It's a lot of fun. So how's everyone out there doing? How are you guys getting along? And you guys getting ready for this? I guess I'm not too sure. I am not really one to probably speak too much on it, but I know I am aware that we're getting ready to get into Leo season, and that is
We've been in Leo season.
Oh,
you
well-
mean the Lionsgate?
the Lionsgate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Lionsgate during the Leo season?
Yes.
Or, yeah, isn't that
Yes.
the big grand event that happens?
Yeah,
I-
it starts on the 26th
Mm.
of July, and somebody mentioned it ends on the 8th of August, but it does not. It runs until the 17th of August, and then it closes completely on the 26th of August. And if you notice, they're all 8 numbers when you add them all together. So that's how long it lasts, from the 26th to the 26th.
I've heard that before. I've heard that from other people. As I told you earlier, I just try to avoid all of that. You guys, I don't want. I don't want to be entering any, portals. I just, it's. I know I'm there. The more that I ignore it, the better my experience is with it, because I haven't always had such a positive experience when it comes to these portals. So,
Well, and you're a Cancer, so you're very water based.
yes, very water based. Yes, I flow like water.
And Wade wants to know what's for lunch today, and he says portobello mushroom sandwich.
Oh, that sounds so good,
I love
Wade.
those.
Oh,
I
that
do love
does
those,
sound
yeah.
good. You know what? I'm not too sure. I just asked Julie what does she want to do. I gave her a list of things I have in the refrigerator to make. I do have. I have an 18 pack of fresh eggs, and then I got another 12 packs delivered to me last night, straight from from the farm. Yeah. So we have lots of eggs we can eat. So mix them with mushrooms, in fact, and some vegetables. I don't know. Julie really loves eggs, so.
Well, especially in the morning. I
Yeah,
don't know why, but always have.
they're nice. They're nice. And I actually will probably be able to eat with her because I've been fasting since 5 o'clock yesterday. So,
Ooh.
yeah, that'll give me, I think, like a 19 hour fast. So I'll be able to join with her. I'll probably be pretty hungry after this because I did my live last night. And so everything's going pretty good over here. I did go through my own little personal spiritual attack. I had a spiritual attack on me, and I came through it. I am feeling so much better, you guys. But yeah, I had something happen here in my facility during my mushroom club, and I've come to the realization that I'll be canceling them now. So, which is not a bad thing, you guys, because now I'm being led to step it up, and I'm going to do mushroom workshops, and so I'm really excited about that. But
So
it's just-
classes.
Yes,
Classes, workshops.
yeah, classes. We're all-day workshops. They will be. That's where we're at right now. All-day workshops. We are still putting this together with my mycologist and I. So as soon as we have it all together, I will be sending that information out to you guys. Okay, and this is the good thing about it. I'm super excited about this. Everyone will be able to join. You'll be if you live in another state, you'll be able to join us through Discord.
Oh,
which
cool.
which is a lot like Restream. So we'll
Did you get it up and running?
no, I have not, because remember I got blocked with the testing of my products.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm getting all my products tested, you guys, for potency, heavy metals, and all this. And the person never showed up. I got all my products ready. I did everything they said that I was supposed to do. And the day that they're supposed to come pick everything up, they didn't show up. No call, no phone, no email, no text, no nothing. So that kind of gave me the message, hey, okay, put this on the back burner for a second. So I'll be at it again this week. I'm looking for another testing company. And then I have to go through the whole process again. So it's a lot of work, you guys. I have a lot of products. Alone with the CBD is 16 products.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And you have to make them fresh and then put them inside of in the samples for them to test. So anyways, for some reason I got blocked and stopped. So so crazy.
They
And
weren't the right ones for you, obviously.
yeah, they weren't the right ones for me. Exactly. And I'm smart enough to know that. So anyways, yeah. So if any of you guys have had some like really interesting stuff going on, please share. I'd love to hear it. I'd like to know that I'm not the only one. But I did end up having a big shift after all this happened. So yeah. So today, you guys, I want to talk about parasites and mold. Okay, parasites control you. Mold brainwashes you. And parasites are the root cause and mold of mental illness, brain fog, emotional instability, and even neurodegenerative disease. Sorry, hopefully I can talk. There's a lot of big medical words that I'm going to use today. And like I said earlier, I am not a doctor. So I'm not here to sugarcoat it, you guys. I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that anymore. But I'm here to liberate you. And I'm going to break it down in a way that makes sense in your body, not just in your brain. So if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and do your questions, and Julie will stop me and we'll get those questions answered. So your emotions, your focus, even your entire nervous system can be hijacked by something living inside of you. And I don't mean metaphorically, you guys. Okay? I'm talking about actual parasites, worms, fluke, microscopic organisms that release their own neurotoxins and chemicals to keep you tired, foggy, anxious, addicted, reactive, and feeling like crap. Now, the signs of having parasites, you guys you can join in on this with me if you want to. The signs of having parasites is bloating. If you eat something, you get bloated. Stomach growling. Gas.
Mhm.
Fatigue.
Rashes.
Rashes. Having a rash. We'll go on more on this. But they thrive in sugar, dairy, processed food, emotional trauma, unhealed resentment, and stagnant lymphatic system. I'm hoping to do, a whole show on lymphatic system and fascia here. We won't be able to get to it today because that's just too much.
And yes, garlic does help.
We'll talk about a couple things that will help. There's a lot of signs about parasites. It'll come to me. Like I said, I've got a lot to talk about, you guys. So I'm all over the place, especially with all my notes. How many pages did I write up? I mean, I literally, you guys, have like 10 pages written up of just notes that I've been
She typed them into AI, but it didn't come out well.
I
So
don't
she's
like.
going back to her notes.
I don't know. I just don't like the way. I mean, I'm sitting there writing, you guys, all 10 pages in there. I just don't like what it comes up with. So, anyways, um, okay. So parasites literally feed off of your nutrients and your energy, and then poop out their own waste inside of you, their toxins. Okay, that waste crosses your lining, gets into your bloodstream, and guess what? Goes straight to your brain. So everything that happens in the gut goes to the brain. They're connected, you guys. The vagus nerve. That's how they travel up and down, back and forth. And signs that have them in your brain is all of this mental illness, bad eyesight, bad breath, cavities, um, congestion, mucus, overloading mucus, you guys. I'm not just talking about how you just kind of wake up and you get it out and you spit it. I'm talking about stuff that just comes and comes and comes out. Okay, so mental illness symptoms caused by parasites. These are the symptoms I see over and over in people who are unknowingly overrun with parasites. Okay, you guys, as you guys know, I help people detox off of all kinds of stuff. And what I'm seeing, this is my biggest thing. Okay, so I'll get someone that comes in here and they want to detox off of cigarettes. This is just as an example. And I'll start helping them with the plants because every plant has medicinal value for the human and can help you. They're tools in the tool bag, but you're not going to get rid of that craving. They're not really going to get rid of that craving until they get rid of that parasite or that mold. But by using the plants and start doing the work, they're able to get those sober eyes on for a minute. But so that's part of, you got to get to the root cause. And it's always has something to do with the parasite or mold. The same thing with cancer. That's just how I feel about everything, you guys. Anxiety from a nervous system overload and histamine reactions to the neurotoxins parasite release. Depression, if you have depression, because your serotonin is made in the gut and they've wrecked your gut lining. Okay. What they do is they get in the body and they start to take all of your nutrients. I've talked about this before, you guys, but they get the heavy metals, your free radicals, and they build a home called biofilm. It is stronger than bones. It is hard, hard, hard plaque. And there's layers of it, just different layers of it. And I'm going to talk about biofilm today because it's important. I'm going to give you my own personal story with it. If you don't break the biofilm, if you don't get through the biofilm, you're not going to get rid of them, you guys. Now, you can do a detox. Oh, I have many clients who go and they'll go buy some products and they'll do a detox and they'll get a worm out, maybe two, a couple worms. But they didn't get the babies out. They didn't get the larvae out. They didn't get the home out because you've got to break through that biofilm to get the babies out. Once they feel that there's an attack coming on, what they do is they trick you. Remember, they're smarter than you. The adult one will release all of its eggs as it's dying in you. And then, yeah, it'll come out. I have yet, this year, you guys, I have not just released out a parasite itself. I haven't. Every single parasite that I have released out has the biofilm. And I've got pictures to prove it. I've shown it on other shows. I can show you guys now. I'm getting ready to make a book of all these different types of parasites that have come out of me. Oh, cool. Yeah. I think I'm looking at about, 8 of them now, different types.
Oh, different types, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Learning what those are, you guys. I'm really examining them and trying to figure this out. Did I say depression? Depression
Yeah,
is
you did.
okay. So bipolar and mood swings. Mood swings is another sign that you guys have parasites. Moodiness. Okay, it's not zodiac signs. It's not weather. It. If you're moody, it's in PMS. Oops.
She's
There we
back. Keep
go.
going. You're here.
Okay, so bipolar, if you got bipolar moods and mood swings, parasites can trigger neurotransmitter imbalance and even mimic bipolar symptoms. Yeah, I'm telling you, I just feel mental illness is just caused by parasites for sure. Um, this is another thing to think about, you guys. So I've gone to the doctors for my ailments, you guys. I was sick. This is how this all started with me. I was so sick 6 years ago, and nobody could help me. No, the ailments in my head, had testing, all kinds of stuff. And that when I would ask the doctor that if it was parasites or can I can it can I be possessed with something? I mean, I was so desperate. They just told me I was crazy. They really did. They said I had a doctors tell me it's all in your head. But I was physically sick. And my back would hurt up here, my shoulders, my kidneys, my stomach was always hurting. Every time I would eat something, I would seize up. Or even if I went out into a different environment, I would seize up. So, anyways, did you? I don't know if you guys know this, but back in the 1800s, the doctors would do um, parasite cleanse and mold cleanse. That was protocol. If you went to the doctor back then, that was the first thing that they did, especially if you had mental illness. And then if you died, they did an autopsy to find out where that parasite came from. So the doctors back then knew. So something happened, you guys, in our medical field from back in the 1800s to the 1900s, where they took out teaching about parasites in the schooling of becoming a doctor. And there's only 1 hour. They study it for 1 hour in the medical books, the medical journal books, or whatever it is that they're learning from. Okay, I know it comes from the Rockefellers. I know that they developed the educational system for becoming a doctor.
So they could
Mm-hmm.
own the pharmacies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So they can push those pharmaceuticals. And when you take pharmaceuticals and you got parasites, you're just pushing them in. You're making them grow, taking more control of your body. But anyways, okay, so brain fog, you're not lazy, you're being chemically hijacked when you've got brain fog.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. Fatigue, they're draining your minerals, B12s, and energy supply, your nutrients. Schizophrenia, psychosis. What about psychosis, you guys? We see a lot of people who go into psychosis, especially spiritual people, and they think it's a spiritual event. It's a spiritual thing going on. Not always. Some parasites infect, okay, so there's toxoplasmosis, and that is a parasite that definitely hijacks you, are directly linked to psychosis symptoms. That is one, okay? And then we've got neurodegenerative disease.
Good job.
Yes, just talk slower, Claudine.
You want to get it out. I
I
understand.
know, I'm always such an excited hyper person. Long-term infestation, you guys. Inflammation. That is where the mental illness is what they do. They go to the brain, they take over the stomach, and you get inflammation in the brain. That is really what mental illness is. Inflammation. Isn't it like pretty much every disease? Inflammation. Um, Early onset of Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's. Um, and this, none of this is conspiracy, you guys. I'm not lying here. I promise you. This is biology at the worst part of it, and all the lies that we've been told about all these elements that we come up with in our body. I mean, when you go to the doctors, do the doctors test you for parasites? Is that
No.
the first go-to?
No.
No. You want to get tested for parasites, which you can, and for mold, you can do that on your own. Oh, indeed you can, for sure.
Where do you go? What do you do?
To parasite, there's one right around the corner from here. I had a client just come in last week and was telling me how he goes to this guy and they do the Rife machine and he takes your blood and he can tell you, and then he gives you a protocol and he does it on the full moon. And that's the best time to get tested, during the
Wow.
full moon. Yes.
So have you contacted this guy so you guys can
No,
work
I haven't.
together?
He just told me. Yeah, he just told me about it last week.
Wow.
Yeah, I would love to talk to him and see what he's got going on. But yeah, he's all about parasites. Yeah, one of my clients, Mark, came in here last week and he was telling me he went and did it. And yeah, full moon. You can feel them at the full moon. When the full moon comes around, you guys pay attention. The full moon, to me, I feels demonic. That's just me. That's my feelings, you guys. Because the way that it pushes and pulls, it pulls out the parasites. Why do you think there's so much chaos on the full moon? Notice that you're bloated. Notice that you've got something, growling at you and talking to you, because they do talk to you. um,
They make a whole lot of noise when they want to.
they do. They make a lot of, especially when they're dying off. When they're dying off, oh, you can hear the fight. It's so uncomfortable. Um, and the reason why Western medicine misses it, Western medicine is trained to treat the symptoms, you guys, not the cause.
Right.
Let's put a band-aid over a bullet wound. You go in there, you'll tell them that you're anxious, they give you a pill, usually Xanax or an antidepressant. You say you're depressed, they give you a stronger pill. Because pharmaceutical companies they're in the back pocket of pharmaceutical companies. Sorry, you guys. But when was the last time they asked you about your gut health, your bowel movements, whether if you're detoxing heavy metals, or checked you for flukes or roundworms?
They used to check for
Mm-hmm.
worms. They
Mhm.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, way back in the day. I remember that. In the 70s they would do that.
Oh, I think, yeah, 70s and then prior.
When I gave birth in the 80s, I gave birth to my first child in the 80s. I remember going in there and giving birth, and the first thing they did was gave me an enema.
And which state were you in?
California.
Not here in Arizona.
Mm-mm.
Just saying.
By the time I gave birth in the 2000 and in the early 2000s, that's the last time I gave birth. They weren't doing any of that. They stopped doing it in the 90s. I had to request it. It's very important to get the enema because the enema is going to clean out the colon really good, so they can, they know they got you cleaned out. But they don't do that anymore because if they don't do any of this, because healing the root means that you're going to stop being a customer. So let me go ahead. Okay, so the parasite mind connection. Here we go. You know that you have a gut and brain connection, right? You guys have heard of that before. I think, I hope so. Well, what lives in the gut can affect the brain through that connection. Um, and they hijack your nervous system and manipulate your emotional state. Um, they even cause ADHD, you guys, suicide thoughts, emotional numbness. Um, just don't look at the mind, look at the body too, you guys, because parasites often enter through the gut, but they end up ruining the brain. So if you're suffering from any of this stuff, just take it at, just consider it. Just I'm just trying to plant some seeds here. There are a lot of different herbs you can take. There's all kinds of protocols you can do. They're out there. I mean, I get on TikTok and I see all this stuff, you guys. I see all these videos of things you can do. Okay. Um, rebuilding your gut, energetic clearing, all this stuff. But again, I'm going to go back. If you don't get to the biofilm, you're not doing it properly. So, and it's something that never ends. It never will stop, you guys. It will never, never stop because of all the toxins that are coming at us all the time. All the time. So before I get into this, is there any questions or anything that's coming in?
Nothing's popping up.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
We already answered the one about garlic.
okay, yeah. Garlic is a really good one to help get rid of them for sure. And that is a really good one for redox. Okay, it's redox before detox.
Yeah.
It's extremely important to do that. And I'm going to get a little bit. Now I did a whole show on redoxing, you guys. Okay, but and to get to the biofilm, we're going to talk about enzymes. Okay, you got to get your enzymes right. And I talked about what the biofilm is, and it's what they live in, it's what they host in, and let's talk a little bit about how we break through that biofilm. All right. Okay, let me find my notes on all of that, you guys. I'm really sorry, but I do want to make sure I get this done properly, and we talk about what we need to talk about. I don't want to forget anything. That's my thing. Okay, so when I first started, you guys, when I first started enzymes are proteins. They're super, super important for breaking through the biofilm. Very important. And again, there's a lot of big medical words being used, so I'm going to do my best to try to explain. What all these different types of enzymes are that I use. Okay, so when I first, let me see, it was probably about 3 years ago. I had a couple of parasites, unusual things had come out of me from just doing, the basic protocols, but I wasn't feeling better. Not at all. I just wasn't, you guys. But once I started on an enzyme regimen about 3 years ago, that is when things started to move and shift inside of me. The first thing that happened was I drained for 1 full month of pure mucus out of my nose and out of my mouth and coughed it up for a complete 30 days. It was like a sinus infection that I didn't think was ever going to go away. So I was detoxing whatever had to be detoxed up here first. And then
Okay, before you go further, what did you use to do that?
That's when I got onto my enzyme regimen. I'm going to go, I'm going to list.
Did you do the enzymes while you were detoxing, or did you do it after?
No, I was on the enzymes probably for about a good 3 months.
Prior to the start?
To that detox happening. And I actually went to some healing waters, some grandfather healing hot springs. And I asked for healing. And when I went in there and I came out, instantly started detoxing the mucus out. So um, they helped push something, broke through something when I got into those waters, and then everything just started coming out. But I do know that it had a lot to do with the enzymes for sure, for sure. See, this is the thing, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead here for a minute. I wanted to wait a minute before I got to this point. But what happened was, what I learned now that I look back on it was my body was not absorbing nutrients the way that it needed to. And I didn't really realize that till later on down the road on my journey, because I couldn't take my enzymes every day. I had to be careful when I took my enzymes when I first started doing the show with Julie, because they would dehydrate me really, really, really bad. And to the point where my lips would get real dry, no matter how much water I drink. And I would, you guys, I'm not kidding. I'm a waterhead. I live in Arizona. I just love water. It's my thing. It's all I drink. Water and tea. Water and tea. That's all I pretty much drink. And my mushroom tea. But this is huge. How many ounces would you say this is? About 20, 25 ounces?
I would say about 20.
Yeah. I drink about 4 or 5 of these a day. It wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough water at all. So that's when I realized, oh my gosh, I'm not absorbing my nutrients right. Oh my gosh, what the hell? What the heck?
Okay.
So then I started doing redox. Okay.
But can we go back to the healing waters? Did you want to say where that was,
Oh,
or
New Mexico.
okay?
I went on a trip. I had this huge. That's when I had that vision about the moon and everything else, and I was just completely like, "What the heck?" It was very disturbing to me, and I took off. I went to New Mexico for a week, and I was led to the healing waters, and that's what I did. And I was there for a week. I shut it down for a whole week, and I just took off.
Mm-hmm.
It was something I needed to do, and I did it, and it started this major healing journey for me. So enzymes. Okay, so let me go back to what we deal with every day, you guys. Okay, every day. Even me, I'm not excluded from this. We are being attacked every single day by toxins. I don't think the fight will ever stop until we clean up our act. We've got toxins coming at us, heavy metals, free radicals, our water, our air, our homes, our clothes. Come on, jump in here, you guys.
Yep.
What else is there?
Well, you showed us your black feet after running.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting your toxins while you're running,
Mm-hmm.
while you're exercising,
Mm-hmm.
just by being out in man-made situations.
Mm-hmm. Food,
Yeah.
water,
Locations.
medications,
Air.
our air, our ground,
Mhm.
everything is being toxins are just we're being attacked, you guys, all the time. Your lotions, your shampoos, your deodorants, your soaps,
Yeah.
everything. I can't even walk into somebody's house. I can go into somebody's house, and I've always been like this, you guys. I never could understand it. I didn't know why. Especially with perfumes. Anything with the perfume makes me sick. Always has, especially when I was pregnant. I would beg my significant other not to put on that cologne. Drakkar. You guys remember Drakkar? Back in the 80s, it was a big thing. Oh my gosh. If I have clients that come in here and they are all wiped down with Bath and Body Works,
Oh,
I have to reschedule them. I can't sit there with them. It makes me very sick. because I'm breathing in all those toxins, you guys. All day long, we're being attacked.
Yeah.
So, like I said, until we clean up our act,
And the newer generations are inundated. I mean, they embrace this stuff. When I go shopping with my granddaughter, she's always going into these shops. I have to stay outside. I cannot breathe that air. I refuse to breathe that air. I stay out, no matter where it's at, because those smells are just so heavy and toxic.
Mm.
And candles too.
yeah,
You
candles.
gotta be careful.
And they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And then our food, not the food, where it's grown is full of heavy metals.
Mhm.
I mean, no wonder why Americans are so sick. And if you think you're not affected by this, I don't know. Wake up.
So I go into the Wake Up Little Susie song.
Right? But this is the good thing, you guys. And we're going to talk a little bit again. I'm going to touch a little bit on redox. Okay. Um, your body has a system that cleans itself out. You've got your organs, which is your excreting, part of your excrete, they excrete is your, excrete your toxins out, your system. You know what I mean? They excrete something out. Um, that's your biological system, that removes excess unnecessary materials from the body fluids. This system is vital for removing metabolic waste. Your organs are important. They do help. Um, they remove your excess water, salts, toxins from the bloodstreams. These are the organs that excrete toxins, like your kidneys, your bladder, your urethra, your lungs, your liver, your colon, and your ureters.
Ureters.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
They should function and do the job well if you're taking care of your body.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another part of your body that cleans your body really well, you guys, okay? Your cells. It's all about the cells. You hear this I'm sure some of you guys have heard your cells rejuvenate. You're a rejuvenating machine, and that comes from the cells. And your organs are good. Don't get me wrong. Like, love your organs. Yay, organs. Thanks for helping, especially the liver, the kidneys. They really work hard to get these toxins out. And not to jump off subject, we're going to jump off the subject for a minute. If you're eating because the food pyramid, you were trained, you were brainwashed in school that there's that food pyramid, which comes from General Mills, you guys, by the way. General Mills is the one who created the food pyramid.
Ugh.
Just if you didn't know that, okay? So that should tell you something. Demonic, right? 3 meals and 3 snackies? Come on. Our ancestors did not eat 3 meals and 3 snackies a day. They didn't. They didn't. They went hunting all day. And if they caught something, they were able to eat that in the evening.
And of course, the gatherers. They would gather because there was an abundance of fruit and vegetables and everything just growing wild. So, yeah.
I love my mushroom tea. It tastes so good. Yeah. So if you're eating 3 meals, you guys, a day, and you're having 3 snackies, you better be pooping out 3 meals a day and 3 snackies. Just saying.
Yeah.
If you're eating 10 pounds of food, you better be pooping out 10 pounds of food. Because where do you think that's going?
Because if you're not getting it out,
not good. Not good. And another part of my redox protocol is enemas. I give myself an enema almost every day. Again, I do urine therapy, urine looping, and that's what I do. I do my urine. And the reason why I put my urine up my booty is because my body makes enzymes that I cannot purchase. Yes, your body does this. So let's get back on our cells, okay? I'm sorry I'm jumping around here,
Well,
you
and
guys.
one thing about cells, okay, every organ is made up of what? Cells.
Mm-hmm.
Cells are throughout your body.
Mm-hmm.
So even though she talked about the organs would not be anything without the cells.
Right. It, right. Which is part of your lymphatic system, your fascia, like everything just flows with each other because it's all water. Okay. I'm sorry for jumping around here, you guys, but there's just so much to talk about when it comes to this stuff. And I'm just trying to get it all in, in this live. So hopefully you guys are following along with me. If you have any questions, stop, ask the question. And you guys can always get a hold of me too. Go ahead and put my QR code on there.
Yeah, I'm getting up. Got to tell me ahead of time and I'll have it whipped up.
Okay. And how our cells do that. Okay, so how that is done, I was talking about before I start talking about food and poo-poo, was there is another part of our body that cleans our cells. Okay, here we go. We'll get back to that. Our cells, okay, and it's done by redox potential. Okay, I keep saying that word. And that is the communication between the cells and the different organs, and how we support that is not by taking anything, not by taking supplements or anything. Okay, that's not how you do it. And there's no excuse on this, you guys, because it's pretty much all free. Is by not taking anything, it all happens eternally. Okay, and it's all by the use of electrons, producing electrons. Electrons rejuvenates the cell. And I don't want to say it's a dead cell, but your cells are pretty, they're full of toxins. So redox is a term that refers to reduction of oxidation. So oxidating your cells. It's how our body tries to reduce the damage of oxidation from the free radicals and the heavy metals, you guys. Done by free radicals. Free radicals are molecules missing an electron. I showed a graph on that on one of our lives a few weeks back, okay? You want free radicals to all be free radicals and to be all in unison and together, but when it's missing a molecule, it becomes an electron. When it's missing an electron. The way we can support our bodies that's very simple way to increase electrons, and how we do this, okay, you guys, be in the sun. Go out in the sun, grounding, earthing. I've done shows on that. I've done talks about that. You guys, for the ones who follow us, who know that, lots and lots and lots of exercise. Going for walks, not like depleting all your energy, but just exercise. Yeah. Just, some functional, Tai Chi, yoga, moving your arms, stretching, that kind of exercise, because your bones, your joints, and your ligaments, they produce what is called piezoelectricity. Piezoelectricity. Yeah, look that up. It's right there. I got it spelled right there. Piezoelectricity, and that is what your joints, your ligaments, and your produce. Piezoelectricity. Just moving makes electrons also faster. Burning fat makes electrons. You can get electrons from food that is grown in the sun, like sunflowers. That's why sunflower seeds are so good for you while you're detoxing. And pumpkin seeds, you guys. Getting in the water. Submerging yourself in the lake, in the river, in all of that is another way of doing it. Let me see what else did I write down that helps. So you just have the ability to help support your body's natural redox or cleansing ability. It's not about any detox supplements, you guys, when you're redoxing. Okay. All right. So we got the redox. Now let's get into, let's do, okay. So let's do some, redox explained. You guys have any questions on that? Okay. So,
What you had started to talk about a few times is what kind of enzymes.
yeah, we're going to get to the enzymes
Okay,
now.
good.
Now we're going to get into enzymes, you guys. Now that I got redox,
The
explained,
basics.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, redox and doing the enzymes, they work together. You want to do them at the same time. I do have something. A second here. Did you find something so you can talk on that for a second?
Okay. The piezoelectric effect is the ability of certain materials to generate an electric charge when subjected to mechanical stress, and conversely, to deform when subjected to an electric field. This phenomenon involves the conversion of mechanical energy into electrical energy, direct effect, and vice versa, converse effect. Does that make any sense to anybody? Anybody has a question on that? There is a video, a 1-minute video on it. YouTube, and it's under Psychics High.
Yeah, look into it. I mean, I'm not like, I just, like I said, I do my research. I found out about that and I was like, okay, so let's use that. There's also a word too that I wanted to look up and I didn't get a chance to. When your body's not absorbing your nutrients, there's actually a word for that. And
Not assimilating.
yeah, there's a medical term for it. And I could not find it, you guys, anywhere. Okay, so what are enzymes? Enzymes are specialized proteins. They help break down your food, build up cellular components, and detoxify the body. So those are enzymes. Each enzyme is specific to the reaction it helps. For example, lactase. Okay, lactase is an enzyme that breaks down lactose, milk, sugar. And we got amylase. Amylase breaks down starch, and lipase breaks down fats. So enzymes, they're amazing. They're the best. Okay. What are enzymes made in the body? Different organs and tissue create different types of enzymes. I know you guys have learned this in biology and stuff through school, and I'm going to go over a lot of the basic stuff. Okay.
There's your word.
Malabsorption.
Yeah, malabsorption.
Malabsorption. That's what happens when you are not absorbing your food properly, your nutrients properly. It's an enzyme deficiency. It's an enzyme problem.
And it's your small intestine has difficulty absorbing nutrients from digested food, leading to various health issues.
Ding, ding, ding. And guess what, you guys? That's where most of my parasites were. I remember, I know you guys have hear me say this before, but I was infested in my ileum, which is in your small intestines. I believe it's below your sphincter. I had to detox the parasites out of that. My lower intestines were flooded. Once I got those out, you guys, guess what? I was able to take my enzymes every single day. I can take them every single day now, and they do not bother me at all. I'm fine. I don't get dehydrated anymore. So they do work, but they take time, you guys. The damage that I did to my enzymes didn't happen overnight. It was a long process of decades. So, yeah, it does. I'm going to say it took me probably a good 2 years of being consistent of doing these enzymes every 3 days, because that's all I really could do. Because of dehydration, I'd be dehydrated for 2 days. It was crazy, and it's hard to be dehydrated in the state of Arizona, you guys. It's not easy.
No.
It causes a lot of other issues.
Now, Spirit for Health is saying that that electricity is also used by shockwave machines to break up scar tissue.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Right on.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you
that.
for that. Yeah, you guys chime in, please. Like I said, I'm just talking about my own personal experience and then my own research that I've done. And it's hard. It's hard to do research on this stuff. Okay, so where were we? Okay, so different organs and tissue create different types of enzymes. Your digestive system, they're made through your saliva glands in the mouth, makes amylase to start breaking down carbs. Is that saliva? It makes sense if you think about it, you guys. Like, this is all common sense, really. It is. The stomach makes pepsin to break down proteins, activated stomach acids. Acids are so important, you guys. We're going to talk about acids one day. I'm telling you, acids. I take a lot of different types of acids too. Pancreas, the main enzyme factory, you guys. Your pancreas is so important. You get parasites in your pancreas, and you are going to have a huge issue with your enzymes. Okay, and so this is, I got to just jump and say this real quick. I got to add this, jumping off track again here. But I don't know how many of you guys know people, or if this happens to you. If you take THC, a lot of people do gummies, and I don't recommend those, but any kind of THC edible, okay, let's just say that, and you don't get stoned, and maybe you might know somebody who's taking like 100 or 1,000 milligram cookie or brownie of THC, and they don't get stoned one bit. That's because their pancreas is full of enzymes. They have an enzyme imbalance. I always thought that was super fascinating. But anyways, so so it's the main enzyme factory, produces amylase, lipase, protease, tryptophan, which are sent to the small intestine. The small intestine produces more enzymes on its own to finish digestion. Okay, and then here we go, liver. And you guys all know how much I love talking about the liver. Sorry, you guys. Work. But they're going to have to wait till I'm done on this live before they're going to give my attention. Anyways.
She opens in an hour.
I open in an hour. Okay, so liver. While not making enzymes directly, like the pancreas does, it creates bile, which helps fat digestive enzymes work better. Okay, so your liver is always detoxing all, creating that bio and stuff. Okay, so if you have parasites, and this is what happens, this is how you get sick. The parasites, if you're not pooping and you're not getting everything out, your bile ducts get infected. The parasites go through the bio and into your bloodstream, and then causes a disease. So, not good.
Okay.
Cells.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, do you think diabetes is a reversible naturally?
Yes. Parasites are the cause of diabetes and glycemic. All of that. Every single disease that exists has to do, because it's the pancreas, you guys. It's hijacking your sugars to have high or low, and then you're being triggered with too much insulin. So most definitely, yes. I think you can heal yourself from anything if you get rid of the parasites. I've seen it. I've watched it.
And she's healed herself on a lot of
Uh-huh.
things too.
Uh-huh.
And she's continuing to do so.
Yeah, it's like I said, how's it going to ever stop you guys when we're being constantly attacked? Until everyone cleans up their act is the only way that I'm going to ever be able to be free of not having to do all these regimens, get off the enzymes, I won't be able to, not until we clean up our act. I'm doing everything I can to clean up my act. And I know it's hard, you guys. I know how difficult this is. I know how people do not want to give up their McDonald's. They do not want to give up their meat. They do not want to give up their milks. They do not want to give up what they know. They're comfortable there. You guys are comfortable there. I get it. It's hard. It's not easy to do what I do. And I don't expect you to do it. I'm just here to help you when you are ready for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to me, how anybody can eat cardboard and wax, and I'm being nice when I talk about McDonald's, cardboard and wax. But how anybody can eat that? When you said it was like, oh,
You
can't
know,
eat that
I
stuff.
think what will happen if what happened, I don't know. I mean, I guess the 3D, and I'm 3D, you guys, I'm very 3D. I'm very linear thinking. I'm right there with you guys. You know, I'm not any different. It's just that it makes me sick, and I can't handle being sick. I just can't. I don't like it. I don't. I don't show up the way that I need to show up when I'm sick.
Yeah.
Don't want to get out of bed. Um, I don't like the way it feels if I'm overweight. I just don't like it. It makes me sick. And my body literally seizes up. And I know a lot of humans, 3D people deal with this every day. Every day. They don't sleep. Everything they're eating is making them sick, but they keep eating it. They keep going off of 2, 3, 4 hours sleep. If you're getting woken up at 3 in the morning, that's your parasites. Very normal. That is a very normal side effect from parasites. I wake up at 3 in the morning because that is when your liver is doing all of its detoxing. In Chinese medicine, they talk about it. You guys look into it. It's real stuff. Okay, so cells all over your body. You have cells all over your body, you guys. It's that it's your body makeup. It's the makeup of your body is cells. Every cell produces its own metabolic enzyme. Your enzymes come from, yes, metabolic enzymes, okay, to carry out cellular function like energy production, detoxification, and repair. So to me, you guys, this is spirituality. This is doing the real work by redoxing and detoxing these parasites out. For me, that is what spirituality is for me. That is getting to the light body. Also through the fascia, there's other parts of it because it just can't be that easy, you guys. Come on. Be no fun. Because life depends on chemical reaction and without enzyme. Okay, why does the body make enzymes? Let me go back. Why does the body make enzymes? Because life depends on chemical reaction, and without enzymes, reactions would happen too slowly to support life. Digestion, healing, immune response, even thinking would all break down enzymes, allow your body to break down food into nutrients and digestive enzymes. I can't even talk this morning. Um, okay, so we talked about some about digestive enzymes, right? We can go. Okay, so let's talk about. Okay, where do I want to go now with this?
Okay. I have a question.
Okay.
Tommy J, is insulin dangerous? I said yes, because it has been manufactured by Big Farm. We know it is. But I want your take on that as well.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Is insulin dangerous? And I said yes, because it's manufactured by big pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, you want to get your body out of insulin resistance. Get your body out of instant resistance, and then you will start to break down the sugars the way that you need to. And then we've always got reishi. Reishi is a great mushroom that helps with that, with insulin resistance. What you put in your mouth, I mean, everything's a carbohydrate, so you've got to be really careful with the insulin resistance. We should probably do it. That's a whole nother subject right there, you guys. Insulin resistance, big time, big time. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
So we'll have to do that
Yeah,
another
yeah.
time.
We'll have to do that. That's a whole nother, seriously, another topic on that one. Okay, detoxing poisons and toxins like liver enzymes, generating energy like ATP production. Okay, and ATP production needs enzymes. We've talked about ATP. That is the mitochondria. Okay, okay, and it's all ATPs is also known as the triphosphates production of the triphosphates, and is the process by which cells generate the ATP, the primary energy currency, the cells in the mitochondria. The mitochondria is inside the cells. That is the powerhouse of cells. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. Light body, you guys. That is how you get to light body. For me. So generating that ATP is super important. And again, redox before detox, and that is how you're going to start regenerating that stuff. Okay. I did a whole entire show on mitochondria, so you can go back and listen to that if you guys want to.
They're available on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I like YouTube. That's my favorite platform. I call it YouTube University.
Yes. Anything you want to learn.
Yes. Repair DNA and rebuild cells. Okay. Fights infection. Some immune enzymes break down invaders. Okay. How are enzymes created? Enzymes are proteins. I think I said that earlier. We're going to go back because I'm going on another page. I'll repeat myself. And like all proteins, they're made in the cells using your DNA as the blueprint. These words, if you're in the spiritual realm, you're hearing these kind of words, about activation of the 12th DNA strand, your blueprint, your Akashic records, all this stuff. Well, this to me is what evolving is about. Right here. Step-by-step creation. DNA holds the instructions for making enzymes. Your DNA holds that instructions. I think it's some pretty powerful information here, you guys. 2, a copy of that instructions is the mRNA is made in the cell's nucleus. Okay, and we know what happened with the COVID-19 and why those vaccines were made to attack that. All right, just saying. And if you did get the vaccine, there are herbs you can take to reverse this damage to the mRNA, you guys. Okay. Ribitosins, the cell's protein factory, read that mRNA and build the enzymes using amino acids. Acids, again, are very important. I want to do a whole show on it. We should do it. Yeah.
You're going to have to write down.
Whole
show.
I won't never run out of things to talk about. That's for sure, you guys. That is for sure. Especially when it comes to the human body. It's so complex.
Yeah. Before you go further, and I know you're still on mRNA, fasting I think is good, but water has chemicals. So take it on there. What do you do with water?
Distilled. While I am doing my redox, I drink nothing but distilled water. I'm very much into structured water. I'm going to go into this, you guys, about what I do and how I do this, because I never, ever, ever keep anything the same, ever, because they are smarter than us.
Yeah, she changes
they will
up
adapt to that environment if I just stayed on the same regimen all the time. So I just want to make sure you guys understand digestive enzymes and what they do for the body and everything. That's all. And then there's other enzymes that we'll talk about too. So anyways, so let me get through this really quick, and then we'll go ahead and we'll answer your questions. The enzyme is folded into a specific shape, which determines how and where it will work, where it works. All right. Let's go through a summary. Okay. What are enzymes? They are proteins that speed up reaction in the body. Why does the body need them? For digestion, detox, energy, repair, immunity. Where are they made? Mouth, stomach, pancreas, intestine, liver. Anything that secretes anything, any kind of liquid or mucus, okay? Easy way to remember it. How are they made? DNA, mRNA, ribitocin, I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong, ribitocin, and protein enzymes. All right, so okay, so digestive enzymes. These enzymes help break down the food, and we went over that. Why does the body make digestive enzymes? To convert complex foods, proteins, carbs, fats into absorbable nutrition, amino acid, glucose, fatty acids, so your cells can use them for energy, repair, and growth. Went over that. The main types of digestive enzymes and where are they made? Okay, we kind of went over that already. So, um, your saliva glands, your stomach, your pancreas, small intestine lining. We went through all that. Now we could go through a little bit about. I guess we did talk about what they break down: the milk, the fats, the carbohydrates, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go into the metabolic enzymes. How about that? We'll go and switch it again. If you guys have any questions about digestive enzymes, go ahead and put it in there. We'll see if we can get to it real quick. What supports the digestive? Metabolic enzymes. These work inside your cells to support detox, energy, reproduction, repair, and immunity, and more. All right. Why? I know my mind just went somewhere for a second, but about immunity. But I'll get back to that. I don't want to jump to another subject.
Okay.
Okay. Why does the body make metabolic enzymes? To keep you alive, basically. They control nearly every internal process. They make energy, ATP, just talked about that, the mitochondria, detox heavy metals and chemicals, free radicals, repair cells and DNA. Remember, they're rejuvenating, they're supposed to be, neutralize pathogens. Okay, once you close your pathways, you guys, you cannot reopen them. They cannot be reopened, but you can create new ones. And those are in the brain. Regulate hormones and neurotransmitters. Mitters. Where is metabolic enzymes made? Yeah, where are those little, how do we make these? A lot of you guys probably already know this, but inside every cell. Cells use your DNA to build enzymes for eternal use. These are not released into the digestive system, but stay inside to do deep level healing and operations, you guys. Your body has its own cleaning system, not just your organs. Went over that a little bit earlier in the show, too. So this is like some really good stuff, you guys. Okay, so there's hope for us. Examples of metabolic enzymes. I got catalase, breaks down hydrogen peroxide, a toxic byproduct of metabolism. Metabolism. I'm not toxic here. Okay, so where it works in all cells. Okay, so here, this is where we get into the medical words, you guys, that are kind of, I have to say it really slow. Okay, so it's also called SOD, superoxide dismutase. Protects against oxidative stress. And that is very important. That's what you're doing when you're redoxing. Cytochrome C oxidase. Glutathione peroxidase. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about glutathione. Liver loves it. Another one is hydrochloric acid too. Really good for the liver for detoxing parasites. That toxifies harmful molecules. I really like glutathione. It's been one of my number one users. DNA polymerase.
Maria.
Polymerase.
Right.
Merase. Yeah, polymerase.
Is that a U or is that an A?
It's POLYMERASE.
Oh, okay. I see how you wrote that.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
whatever it
okay.
said on the
Polymerase.
how to polymerase. Yeah, I just write how do you pronounce and then they how they break it down.
Yeah.
And that repairs the DNA. Methyltransferase. That's a really good one right there to say. Say that 3 times. That regulates gene expression and detoxes pathways. So that's a really good one. And that's the liver and the organs. That's where it works. That one works in the liver and the organs. The other ones work in the mitochondria, the liver, and all cells. All of these work in all the cells. So what affects metabolic enzymes? Toxins, heavy metals, chemicals. We went through that. A lack of nutrients, zinc, magnesium, vitamin Bs. Parasite infections. They hijack enzymes for their benefit to build that biofilm. Aging, stress, and trauma. They alter the body's enzyme production. And enzymes, they are what? Bust through the biofilm. Okay. Okay, so there's only 2 types of enzymes we have is digestive enzymes and metabolic enzymes. Metabolic enzymes make enzymes. All your cells make the enzymes when it's metabolic, and digestive enzymes come from anything that secrete any organs that secrete fluids, water, saliva, whatever it is. Okay, so biofilm. Let's talk about biofilm. Biofilm is a sticky, slimy layer that parasites, fungi, and toxins and bacteria create to protect themselves inside your gut, brain, organs, and skin. It's made of sugar, protein, heavy metals, and dead white blood cells. This is why most people detox and feel worse when you're not doing the redox and the enzymes.
First.
Yeah, first. They're not breaking through the biofilm. If you don't break through the biofilm, you're just going to get out a couple of adult parasites and that's it. You're not going to kill those babies and you're not going to kill the nest. And even when you kill off the babies have babies because we keep getting flooded with toxins. And you can't fully heal till you get all of that dissolved. And like I said, my thing is, I think it's always just going to be, I'm always going to have to armor up. I'm just going to always have to be armored up and continue to do this and do what I do. Now, where was the questions? What was the questions? What do I do? What is my story? Okay. So what I did was I got on a bunch of enzymes. I did a bunch of research on different enzymes, like we learned do different things. And I got on enzymes that bust through biofilm first. There are specific enzymes that you can buy that target the biofilm.
Which are?
Sarah, let me go get it, you guys. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing this real quick. Okay, let me go grab it. Oh, sitting so long there, I hurt my legs.
She's been running around so much. Hope this is helping you, everyone. There's so much to do to take care of our bodies. let alone our spiritual, our soul, everything else we have to work with. But getting the body detoxed, detox, and eliminating these critters makes a huge difference. So let's get this done because it'll help all of us. And welcome in, Harley. I was wondering what happened.
I'll let you say all these words. So
Okay.
These are the supplements that
Which
I've
one
been
do you want me
taking.
to start with?
This is the biofilm breaker.
Lactobacillus, Glazare,
Gasari.
Gasari. Okay,
Gasari,
thanks.
yeah, that
you
one.
did that.
These
Which
are
one? All of these are the
biofilm, especially this one right here. These two, yeah, they're all of these.
Serapeptus.
Yep, Serapeptus gets through the biofilm.
Okay, that's the biofilm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. And then I drink, and then again, I drink my own urine, and I do urine enemas.
See, veggie capsules. I want you to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, digestive enzymes. Yeah, come on.
And I've tried different types from all kinds of different companies. I do my research on all these companies to make sure that they're clean and legit and no heavy metals in their stuff. And you don't necessarily have to use my companies. I try to find some that are kind of reasonable because I take a lot of them. I order these constantly. I don't have to stop taking them. So I'm super excited about that because I don't get dehydrated no more. I fixed my enzymes. I'm digesting my food properly. And it feels good, you guys. It feels good to be where I'm at right now. I wake up in the morning and I'm so happy to be here. I mean, life is good. And I had an attack that happened to me a couple weeks ago. And I made it through it, you guys, just fine, even better than what I was. And I was able to be like this. My reaction to this demonic attack that I got.
Oh wow!
It was like I was Wonder Woman. It was uncomfortable a few times. It is. It got a little uncomfortable for a couple days there. But anyways, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not depressed. I'm not lazy. I have lots of energy. I always say, if you want to hang with me, you better have the energy of a 7-year-old.
I think she has more energy than her. Is he 7 or did he 8
my
now?
baby, my grandson just turned 8. I got an 8 and a 10-year-old now. And almost a 14-year-old. I almost got a teenager. Well, I do have a teenager, but
she's 13. Yeah, I didn't know she was younger. She's almost.
She'll be 14 in September. I can't believe I'm going to be a grandma of a 14-year-old.
I'll have to ask you later. Okay.
But anyway, so get on the enzyme regimen, you guys. Redox your cells. All right. Get in the sun every single morning, except for on Tuesdays, but I will do it tonight.
Same with me. I've been doing 2 to 2.5 miles a day every morning and couldn't do it today.
So. Now when you got to get up at 4:35 in the morning, like I do like to get my sleep. I sleep, you guys, a solid, hard 8 hours a night, from 7 to 8 hours. As soon as my head hits that pillow, I am in dreamland. I'm in the Astros. I am having beautiful dreams, and I sleep. And when I wake up, I feel great. I always wake and say, "Oh, okay, I am back on planet Earth. Perfect." What's coming my way today? Because it's a very interesting planet, let me tell you. Mm-hmm. It's never boring.
And there's so much to see.
So much going on, so much to experience. And I'm doing it feeling like whatever $1 million feels like, $1 million, that saying that they have. I'm beyond that though.
I'm a Google. You know what Google is? Google has 20 zeros.
20 zeros. Jeez.
So I'd rather be Google.
Google, yeah. But no, it's all good. It's really good. So anyways, so I sleep well. I'm not stressed. I don't worry about anything. I'm able to live in the present moment the best that I can. I mean, it's just naturally for me. I don't have monkey mindness. I don't think about what's going to happen tomorrow, what happened yesterday, like so many 3D people do. And I know that they do because my telepathy is there. I can hear people. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, I don't mind being so much in a group, like let's say on the bus. If I go somewhere, I don't know why I would be on a bus, but I'm on a bus. That's just some random people, or a train or something, okay, or an airplane or whatever. And I'm in an enclosed area with a bunch of strangers. I can hear what they're thinking. They're always worried about what was said yesterday. Some of them will be worried about something that happened or they did 10 years ago. And that's what I'm hearing when I'm in a room with random people in an enclosed area. Constantly thinking about or something way in the future. Never just right there in that moment. Now, get me in a room with a family party, and holy moly, geez Louise, boy, do we got a lot of gossip going up in that head. Big difference on thoughts when you're around. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Believe me.
yeah. Um, so all that monkey mindedness for me is gone. I don't have chatter. There is a lot of chatter in the background though in my life. There is. It's all over the United States.
Yeah.
Our TV, our computers. Get the heck off of these computers, you guys. Put them down.
Well, phones too. Phones keep.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Anything that has a black screen, put it down, you guys. It is toxic. It is how the vibrations and the parasites come at you. They know how to plant this crap on us. Go for a walk. Go get some sun. Go connect. Go put your feet in the water. Go put your feet in the dirt. And we kind of got sidetracked, but this is something that I do every morning. Every morning, I go and ground myself because I do yoga or I lift weights every morning in a grassy or a dirt area. Right now, I'm house sitting for someone, so what I have is this really cool. She had a tree removed, and she's got this it's dirt. It's all around the tree. It's just a dirt. I really like it. I like getting that dirt and that earth on my feet. I'm here in Arizona, so I have to get up pretty early to get this done. I was given a gift the last week and a half, and when I was waking up, it was 74 degrees in July for like 9 days.
Yeah, that barely happens.
That doesn't ever happen. So I was gifted. It was awesome. So I do that. I only do that for about 40 minutes because about as much as the Arizona sun, you're gonna be able to take that early in the morning, and I'm drenched. Another thing, oh, I didn't mention this. Another thing to detox the toxins out is by sweating. You've got to get a sweat. That's why exercise is so important. You want to break a sweat. I make sure that my hair is soaked, like I look like I just got out of the pool. And when I do get done doing all my workout, I do jump in the pool and I wash it off.
Oh,
And it feels good.
and Harley has. There was a recent sleep study saying how important sleep is. When you don't sleep, part of your brain eats itself. Researchers have found out that making up sleep affects future functions.
Yeah, but what's eating it? Really, what's eating it?
That would be parasites.
It would be parasites.
Yeah.
It'd be a parasite. That's what it's eating at when you don't sleep. Just imagine all the chaos. Okay. So here's a download that I had you guys yesterday. Okay, so we could talk about this for a minute. Okay. What the darkness doesn't know right now, the leaders, are, the draconians of this planet, our leaders. What I'm seeing right now with what's going on is they're trying to push the envelope so hard and so fast on us. They really are. But what they lack to realize, because they're so stupid, they're the stupidest SOBs on this planet.
Some of them are just bees, but just saying.
No,
Yeah, but I meant some of
they're
them.
worse than SOBs.
Yeah.
They don't realize that. They don't realize they're pushing the envelope so hard on us that the human body has got to rest. It is the way of it. You can only go for so long. Okay, if you're younger, you might be able to stay up for 2 or 3 days straight if you're not on methamphetamines or some kind of narcotic like that that makes you go. Even if you're on methamphetamines, there's still a breaking point where the body will fall out. When you're tired, no matter what you do. You can drink all the coffee you want in the world. You can have all the drinks you want. I have seen people be so tired and drink a ton of coffee and bam, pass out. So, yes, sleep is important. It is just the way of it with the human body. How does the body rejuvenate? How does all this stuff that I talked about today about the cells and enzymes, how does this work when the body is at rest? And then the soul gets to take off. And hopefully you get to take off and go play in the Astros. Because I do. I stay in my safe zones, you guys, okay? Because even now in the Astros, we got all kinds of even more crazier demons. So, yeah, sleep is super important. Get your sleep. That is, and once you start to detox your body and you start to get your enzymes right, and you start to break through the biofilm and start releasing these parasites, you just start to have a rejuvenation and a refreshness that comes off you, out of you, into your, around your body, in your body, just everything, you guys. That I don't know how to explain it. I don't know the words, except for it feels great. It feels good to be human. I'm happy and I'm glad to be here. I really am, and to be at service for you and for myself. I come first, then you come. And I help you help yourself so you can heal. Nobody can heal you. I can't heal you. I can give you the tools in the tool bag, but that's about it, and show you how to use them. Let me see what's anything else fun to talk about. I don't. I think that's about covers it all. Okay, so I guess we can go back to how I did it. So I did the enzymes. I got on those. Then I got off the sugar. When I've been off sugar now for 18 months. So when I hit the 1 year mark, you guys, of being off of sugar in December, that's when I broke through the biofilm in my ileum, in my small intestines, in my liver, because as we know, one of the major parasites that came out that I got pictures of, I should say, were the liver flukes that were about 4 to 5 inches long and 1 inch wide. They all just started flying out of me naturally. They continue to fly out of me. I've got a few more out while I was having that psychic attack. I had
a lot of biofilm.
A
lot of, wasn't it biofilm
with
too?
some biofilm. Yeah, they were very little. They were little ones, you guys, but holy moly, these ones were probably the most painful ones. Not even the ropeworms that I had that were 2 feet long, and what I had 10 of those come out of me. Remember the big long ones, and the biofilm came with, and the biofilm's so thick, you guys. I do. I'm crazy. I pull them out, what I can pull out, put them on top of my toilet, and I play with them. You guys have seen my pictures. I recently have been adding hot water to the toilet, and then I leave, and I come back, and you should see them. They're all playing and dancing.
So they're still alive.
Yeah, they're still. Oh, definitely. I've had one swim away from me before. So that's just so crazy to know that they're alive.
Okay, you have a question. Ann Farrell, Emerson.
Oh,
how come you believe in metaphysical?
I haven't met you in person, but we have just got a picture of my nephew up there when that passed away.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know what she means by metaphysical curious.
Metaphysical curious.
Metaphysical. Yeah, so I'm not sure what she means by that.
Metaphysical? Maybe she.
I don't know.
Yes, I do.
She spelled it out.
Yeah.
So I would think she.
Yeah, metaphysical. I do.
I'm going to check if there is something else.
And we'll see if metaphysical is aware of it. I mean,
yeah, I'm looking for it.
I think she means metaphysical.
Yeah, it's not coming up.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I do. but I wish, my spirituality is just a lot different than everybody else. It's more of the body, mind, and soul, because we've been separated from that,
Yes.
because of the brainwashing and because of the draconians that run this planet. We have been separated, body, mind, and soul. Because if we had our mind and body, soul together, we would be so powerful. I am telling you that telepathy is our first language, and we have it. And I know you got some people have experienced this for a brief moment.
We do.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I believe we can become one with anything. We can emerge ourselves into a wall if we wanted to, if we were able to. But we live in this physical world. We are so bounded by this physical reality that we're in, that all of this has been stripped from us. And that is what I feel. And until we start to clean up the physical and energetically, which it all kinds of comes into play. Once you start getting all the toxins and everything out of you, and you learn how to fight them off, then you get your lymphatic system running properly. This time last year, my lymphatic system started going out on me.
Yep.
Julie was there for that whole entire journey.
And it's been another time it came back, but you knew what was going on at that time.
Mm-hmm.
The first time you weren't sure.
Yep, that all had to do with the free radicals.
Yep.
I had to pay attention to those. When something happens to me, like I say, when I seize up, I know that it's physical and spiritual. I get it, body, mind, and soul. We got to get them all together. We are so powerful. We are very powerful. There's something about the humans, you guys, that they want. Why do you think they do what they're doing? Why are they fighting for us so hard? Why is the cabal, the deep state, fighting for us? Well, for one, because of our slavery, because they want us to be doing all the work. They steal our energy. And as long as we play into this financial system and we continue to generate financial paper, they will be looshing our energy. Like I said, I'm just sitting here waiting for everybody else to wake up to this. But it is what it is, Yes, Luch. Oh, you put it up there, host. So
it popped in my head as soon as you started talking, so I
yeah,
thought I'd better put it.
yeah, and that all has to do with the mitochondria. It all comes from the mitochondria, the powerhouse of cells within the cell.
Yeah. And to believe in lesser, well, one thing about metaphysical, you're curious, and I know you're curious about why she would be in metaphysical. There's so much more than what we've been taught. And I think that's where people are accepting of status quo and complacency. I'm not. I believe complacency is a disease. And I know that that Claudine is a lot the same when it comes to wanting to know more, looking for the truth.
Oh, I love to learn. Oh, I love to. I'm addicted to learning. I'm addicted to learning and teaching. I am a master teacher. I get that. That is my job. That is my role on this planet. Everything is much bigger than we have ever been told. We are much bigger than we have ever been told. Our creator is much bigger than we have ever been told. And for me, there's two creators in my spirituality. I've got my master creator who gives me breath, the life of breath. And then I have Mother Gaia, who I come from her. She made my corporeal body, my wonder suit. People call it their meat suit. I call it my wonder suit.
So you're talking about your spiritual creator and your physical creator.
Right. My mother and my father, my true mother and my true father.
I like that.
Now, you want to talk about metaphoric stuff. Now, do I believe in giving up your power? Never, ever give up your power. Nope, I'm not into tarot cards. Nope, I'm not into psychic readings too much. I'm not into master descendants. I'm not into saints. Any of nothing that makes me give up my power. I won't. I'll have nothing to do with it. I won't. I won't. I know a real psyche when I see a real psyche. A real psyche's not going to tell you anything anyways unless you ask. So I know, and I don't even like, and I don't even call them psychics. That's not what I call them. I call them energy readers.
Yeah, I prefer not to use psychic because it has a bad connotation.
Yeah, it's just it's so cliche. You know, everyone's. I mean, and be honest with you, I see a lot of people that just kind of they fake the psyche. They just pull shit out of their talking on the side of their mouth. Honestly,
I was thinking of when you started to say that, I was thinking of what the indigenous culture thought of people who would say things and do other things. You remember what they called them? What they would say about people who would lie or to make up things?
narcissistic.
No. The term they would use is they speak with forked tongue.
What tongue?
Remember, a snake has a forked tongue. So there's two sides of that tongue. That's why they say it. They're, they've got two sides to their story, and they're one person.
Einstein believed in two creators too. I was an individual one, the other evolved from Earth and the universe. Yes, yes, yes. They're like I said, my mother, my father, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So,
and Egyptians start out with God the Mother. I mean, God the Father, God the Mother, and infant child.
mm-hmm.
And that's what they believed in. They didn't, the Holy Ghost was not even thought of in their thing. And remember, they were one of the first cultures that were right near what everything that was going on. And they developed the Bible, and so did the Greeks. So just saying.
Yep.
And the Greek one has been manipulated.
Of course.
But supposedly the Egyptian Bible is intact as it was written. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I definitely want to get a hold of it and check it out.
Everything's manipulated. But the reason why I don't believe in pendulums, none of that stuff, nothing that makes me give up my power. I will not do that. I do not give my power up to nothing. I don't pray to nothing. I don't ask for saints to come in or master descendants or any of that stuff. Or what is it? What do we call? What is Metatron? That to me is that's an AI system.
Archangel.
Archangels. Yep, not into archangels. I actually think they're demons. Honestly, they're here for false light. That is all false light to me. Complete false light because all the answers are inside of you. Everything you need to know is inside of you. You're that powerful. You are the Almighty. You come from the Master Creator of all things. You are energy. Everything is energy. That is what I believe in. I believe in energy, body, mind, and soul.
So she's more metaphysical than she is spiritual, everyone.
Yeah, actually.
And I prefer metaphysician because to me it's curiosity and learning more all the time. Akashic records. Yeah. Metatron does the Akashic records, right?
I don't believe in Metatron.
I understand, but that's what
Yeah.
she brought up what it was about.
Yeah, yeah. I believe Metatron is an AI false light. So, along with all that other stuff, but that this is my journey. This is the things that I've been shown, and I just don't give my power up to it at all. Akashic records, they probably do it. That's just the records of our lives, right? The
Mhm.
past life. Yeah, that's all in your DNA, hon. Your DNA holds your Akashic records. So you tap into your DNA. I mean, you want to know about past lives. Do I believe in past lives? Oh, most definitely I believe in past lives. I think that's the way of it. But to me, reincarnation is the brain wiping mechanism program that they have. We are under the program of of uh, amnesia. They erase our thoughts, they erase our memory. Memory wiping. That's
Our
part of
soul memory. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Because your body is not the same.
When you go, I think it all depends on how you die, the way you die. Once you die, you go off to a different simulation. I've done a whole show on simulations. I love talking about the simulation, in fact, which is the matrix. And based on that, you go to a different simulation, then you reincarnate back to Earth. I think it's a trap. Our souls have been trapped in this simulation by the darkness, by Lucifer, Satan, uh, Marmaduke, Lillian, all these demons. I go on and on and name them. And yeah, so we get reincarnated here. They wipe our memory. We come here, we have no memory, we have amnesia, we don't know why we're here. All we know is that there's a part of us that has a beginning and an end, and there's a part of us that has no beginning and has no end. And then we're sucked into this system, the democracy, and we are more brainwashed and we are sent to school to become great consumers. Just a short, brief, what I believe. And it's all brainwashing and hijacking us to fit into their agenda so we can create energy. They can steal our loosh through our mitochondria, and then they take our energy because we don't understand how strong energy is. We don't know what energy can do. We have no clue how powerful it is. And we must generate some kind of energy that is almighty powerful because why the heck are we so important? One, I think it has to do with organs. And we're the great experiment. We are their great experiment, honestly. And the name of the game is if you sell your soul. So will you sell your soul? Whoever, it's a soul count, as far as I'm considered, is the name of the game. It's a war between the lower astrals and the higher astrals. Isn't that what it's been about the whole time? Good and bad. This planet was created for balance. Mother Gaia was a planet where we were able to come to and have balance. And we don't have that anymore. That's why we're going through what we're going through right now. And then if you want to ascend, ascending has to do with how much you detox, how much awareness do you climb up, do you go up to. It's all about evolving. I think when you die here, whatever you did here on this planet, it doesn't matter about your material things. None of that matters. What matters is when you die here and you look back on your life, what did you do to make a difference?
Mm-hmm.
And then you evolve to the next level. It's a monarchy everywhere, no matter where you go. There's rules no matter where you go. There's a hierarchy. There's a, to me, in between realms and dimensions. It's very confusing, actually, if you ask me. I think it's just very confusing when you start thinking about and getting into all of that. I think it's just better just to be here, be a human, be the 3D, and be the best person you can, and to live the healthiest life that you can. Why do we got to figure it all out? Why are we wasting all that energy?
My question is, you do a lot of research.
I do because I'm a teacher and I love to learn.
Okay, so there is a reason why we're doing this stuff.
Yeah, some of us, but it's okay for the ones who don't just want to be a healthy human. It's fine, just do that. That's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not wasting time when you are.
Yeah, when you're researching, trying to figure the answers out. But man, you will drive yourself nuts trying to always get the answers.
Not only that, but as you've seen and felt and experienced in this last year, as I'm watching you, is that things change. Things are constantly in motion, going with the flow. And there's a huge flow.
Constantly changing, always. And that's good. That's what we're supposed to. Cell rejuvenation.
And you're not sticking with the same regiment all the time. Like a lot of people say that, oh, you have to keep your same schedule and the same routine. And again, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results, you know what that means.
Yes. So yeah, no, my regimen, I change it all the time. When I start when I started this detox, it was 3 weeks on, 1 week off, 3 weeks on, 1 week off. Okay. Now what I do is I'm 3 days on one regimen, 3 days on another regimen, and then 1 day break. Um, I do this morning. I did my humilic and fulvic acid and shijuit.
You don't have them here.
Huh? Mm-mm, no,
Okay.
these are over at the house. And then tomorrow I will do, and then I do, there's one thing I do every day that's the same, and that's cloves. I take 2 pinches of grounded up cloves every single day. Oh, yeah, let's talk about my products too. So, you guys, I never talk about my products, and gosh, you guys
Sorry
have
about that. I
products.
should have.
So, I do cloves, grounded up cloves. I do that every day. And then tomorrow I will be doing beet juice, turmeric, pepper, and a little bit of olive oil. That'll be my regimen tomorrow morning, along with my enzymes and my mushrooms. I do a lot of mushrooms too, and I do those every other day. The days that I do my enzymes, the next day I do my mushrooms. So I'm always changing it around. I also have the lymphatic drainage teas. Okay. I have liver detox capsules, dandelion. I got everything you need in this one right here for the liver, and it works so good. I did take these this morning. I only do these like maybe once every other week. I'll take these for a couple of days. And then we're talking about the heavy metals.
Yep.
Talking about the heavy metals. Here's your mushroom. Right here. Chaga. Anyone who knows me, who has counseled with me, who hasn't, I mean, seriously, been part of my life, will hear me say this every single time. Chaga gets rid of heavy metals and inflammation. It does so much more than that. It does a lot, but those are my two favorite things. And I just talk on and on and on about that. And this is chaga, the chaga rocks, the real mushrooms. You come into my facility, I have a 2-gallon jar.
2-gallon jar.
A chaga, very strong chaga made, and I drink it all day long.
Yep. And yes, when you come here, she has water next to it. So if you want to dilute it, that's up to you. I never dilute. I drink it as strong as possible.
The first thing I will hand you when you come in, I will start detoxing you. Take your chaga, here you go. And if you don't want to, that's fine. But I've only had maybe 1 or 2 people say no, but that's because they were so much in their head. They lived in fear. So when you come and see me, you guys, you have to be very open-minded. That's all I got to say. And I'm usually your last resort. I'm always the last resort. I hear that over and over from people who are just so desperate.
Well, don't get to the point where you're desperate and you need her help. Check out her website and see what she can do for you here and now. That way you don't get into a desperation and need something very quick. You have a client who is at the point in his life and his disease that he just wants pain-free. Now, if he had come to her maybe a year or so earlier, she could have had him cured. But no. So don't wait until the last minute. If you have any curiosity whatsoever, and I'm a Leo, so curiosity is what I'm about. So I was told, get in the car, start driving. And I drove towards the west side. And then it's like, where do you want me to get off? Because I thought they were going to have me go to Peoria. But no, they said, get off at 43rd. And I knew what was on 43rd in Union Hills. And that's why I came here. And we've been talking ever since.
Yes,
so
that story I hear over and over. I've had people come in here and they just flop and just start crying. And they're like, where am I and how did I get here? A lot of weird things happens here all the time. We had some really strange activities going on last week. That was really cool when I started playing the sound bowls. I do align cheese too, you guys. I'm very much into the chi, along with lymphatic system again and fascia and enzymes.
Somebody's in your back door?
Hold on a minute, you guys.
I don't know.
Oh, UPS man.
Okay.
I felt like I was further.
So she's getting a delivery, and we're about done. So I wanted to thank everybody for coming in. Remember, there is a class tonight. I already sent out the information on that. Also, and it's also going underneath us right now. Tomorrow morning, I will be on live with Ted Harris. I'm going to be interviewing Ted. Uh, we will be doing readings an hour in. Wednesday evening, Don and Angie will be doing readings. Thursday morning will be Don and Shauna, Sonoran Mystic Tarot and Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot. Angie is A5 Says. On Friday, I will be on live with Scott, and we do intuitive readings. On Friday night, it's Friday Night Live Happy Hour with Sarah and Bonnie. Saturday morning, Susan is recovered from what is recovering from her trip to Baltimore and her surgery. Physically, she has recovered from her surgery. So she should be on Saturday at 10 a.m., maybe a little earlier. On Sunday morning, it's Jess and Bonnie on Psychic Sunday, and that's at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. They should be pretty close to being on time, if not very close. On Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon, I'm not sure if Miss Angie is going to be on. She's been in Vegas for a couple weekends, so she hasn't been on in a little while. And what else? Monday is are you going to be on this coming Monday?
Monday at 5:22 Arizona time, Tuesday Australia time, because I do have a show with just called the Claudene and Anne live show, and we get at it. We talk a lot about what we talked about today. We just talk about everything. I think next week we are going to talk about the birth certificate law and legal freedom from the simulation. How to really literally get yourself legally away from the simulation. But that can change, you guys. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not the type of person who like says this is what it's going to be. I don't know what spirit's going to bring to me. I don't know what downloads I'm going to get. So I just really don't know what we'll be talking about. But whatever it's going to be, it should be interesting, hopefully, for you guys.
If it's not that subject, what we talked about that she's going to do a whole show on could be that as well. Yeah. We just never know.
There's so much to talk about.
Yes,
there's so much.
And then we'll be back on Tuesday morning.
Yes.
And do this all again. So what she doesn't finish on Monday, most likely we'll start again on Tuesday.
Yeah, I do. I try to carry it back. What if I didn't finish? I've been able to finish all these topics, which I'm super shocked because I didn't think I was going to be able to get through all these different subjects. And thank you guys for hanging in there and following. I hope I wasn't too confusing. Like I've always said, doing lives is my shortcoming. It's not something that I know. I'm learning how to do them. I'm just a very blunt person. And that's just who I am and how I do things. But what I do want to share with you guys is that on Thursday, I'm going to be on the Danny Davis show.
Oh.
Yes. He called me last week, Danny Davis. Danny Davis is a very well-known DJ, radio disc jockey here in the Valley.
Okay.
He's on the Wow Factor, 95.10. So if you're in the Valley, tune in. I don't know when the show is going to air, but I know the interview's happening on Thursday morning. And again, that's a Wow Factor. I did have a commercial running on the Wow Factor. I don't think Danny Davis knows that I know one of the partial owners. So this will be funny. But I want to kind of close with this, something that I wrote up, you guys, for you, okay? You're not broken. You're not mentally ill in the way they claim. You are infected with organisms that do not belong in your temple. They cloud your spirit, they trap your soul. But you can take your power back and you can clear your brain. You can remember who you really are when the invaders are gone. Thank you for showing up today. Let's detox and lies and truth. I'm sorry. Let's detox the lies and return to the truth. Share this life. Speak your truth. You never know who needs to hear it.
So on that note, please share, subscribe, and follow. It helps us out. And someone else that needs to hear this stuff too. So thank you guys so much for coming in. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Again, please share. And thank you so much. Anything else? You're on Thursday. And yeah, and then we got a new week coming. New month coming up. That's what I'm going to say. All right. New moons and all
And go
that.
to my
good stuff.
website, elevatebyclaudine.com. Reach out to me. I'm here to help.
Yes, I'll put it up one more time and go back to the design. Have a great one, everyone.